Good afternoon. It's again time for our daily 2-minute Bible reading and thought. I'm going to read from the Gospel according to Mark. And I'm reading from the 8th chapter, the 31st through the 34th verse. Hear the word of the Lord. 33rd verse, sorry. Then Jesus began to teach them that the Son of Man must undergo great suffering and be rejected by the elders and the chief priests and the scribes, and be killed, and after 3 days rise again. He said all this quite openly, and Peter took him aside and rebuked him. But turning and looking at his disciples, Jesus rebuked Peter and said, "Get behind me, Satan, for you are setting your mind not on the divine things, but on human things." May the Lord add a blessing to the word. I heard a phrase that went like this: a manager is a person who would expect 9 women to produce 1 child in 1 month. That might make logic in a manager's head, but it doesn't make logic in anybody else's head. So the thing is, oftentimes managers will press people to shoot for the impossible, hoping that even if they miss the possible, they land on the acceptable. Well, we don't have to be just landing on acceptable here, but in our faith as well, there are times when whatever is around us does seem impossible, and it doesn't seem logical, and it seems out of order. But the truth is, the things that we struggle with, the things that we wrestle with, things that we don't seem to understand, if we can look at the Bible, and even though we don't have a complete understanding, no, we're going to shoot for this high mark that God has set out there ahead of us in Jesus Christ. And we're going to take all of our commitment, all of our devotion, and we're going to take a swing at it, knowing that even if we don't plant our feet on the impossible soil, that if we fall short, that wherever we land, God will be right there waiting to catch us. And I got to tell you, I don't know about you, but that makes life a whole lot easier for me. And, there's lots of times I shoot for the impossible and I barely land on the acceptable. But the acceptable with God is better than nothing without God. May we have a blessing today. Amen.